Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Before we get into the video, I want to give a massive thank you to all of you guys for supporting the channel recently. We've gone through quite a roller coaster of emotions in the past week, and it has been such a crazy time, but I would like to give a massive thank you to everyone who helped support the channel, getting me to this massive goal of 9,500 subscribers. We are only 500 subscribers away from 10,000. So if you guys are new to the channel and you're watching for the first time, or you've been watching the channel and just haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that button. Help us reach the massive 10K goal. With that being said, I wanted to talk today about a little bit of a controversial topic in the Mortal Kombat space. I've seen a few people mention it online, but honestly, I haven't seen it get the attention that it deserves, and that's whether or not cameo fighters were a good idea. And down below in the comments, I want to know your guys' thoughts on this topic. Do you guys prefer the cameo fighters over a traditional tag team system where you can play multiplayer on the same team, or do you guys like the single player cameo system? Let me know in the comments. So this is a topic that's been on my mind since like the first week of gameplay for Mortal Kombat 1. And don't get me wrong guys, I really love this game. It's a lot of fun and I have so much fun every time I play it, but I do have a problem with cameo fighters. When they announced that cameo fighters were going to be added to the game, they also confirmed that the cameo fighters were going to be heavily used in the game. And at first I didn't see this as a problem, but then I started thinking, is there going to be a 1v1 mode? And they confirmed that there wasn't, and that cameo fighters were going to be a necessary part of every single match. And that really bothered me. One thing that I hate about multiple video games is when they include a feature that probably should be optional, but they make it mandatory. Similar to how people had problems with the Batmobile in Arkham Knight being so heavily used, where, you know, maybe there should have been a way to choose not to use the Batmobile. I think the same should work for Mortal Kombat 1 with the cameo system. I think it should be an optional feature on if you want the cameo fighters. Now, I understand that they want, you know, a lot of diversity in the gameplay and they want to really mix things up and have a lot of fun with it, but it made me think on why they didn't just do a regular tag team mode. I mean, if you're already going to have the idea of having a secondary character while you're playing, why not just add a mode that you've already coded in Mortal Kombat 9? It really confused me. Now, I don't know if this is true. This is just a gut feeling that I have, but it almost feels like the cameo fighters that they added were characters that they wanted to add, but maybe didn't have time to. I mean, a lot of the cameo fighters don't show up in the story mode. They're just kind of extra characters. Like Sonya Blade is kind of in the story mode, but not really a main character. Same with a lot of the other characters. And it's really confusing to me on why they added a cameo system and not just a tag team mode. Why not just spend the time to add more roster characters, but then just have the option to do a dual fighter, like a 2v2. Then you could have the option to do a 1v1 or a 2v2. This would also give you so much more options when it came to multiplayer. Now, this is something that I've talked on the channel multiple times about, and it's something that I'm very passionate about, especially when it comes to fighting games, and that is local couch co-op. This is a mode that is starting to dwindle away in multiple different video games, not just fighting games. But one thing that really bothers me specifically about fighting games is that almost all the time you have to fight against your opponent. Where in Mortal Kombat 9, I could play with my friends and family. It's very clear that when you're somebody like me who spends a lot of time playing these games, talking about these games, really dives deep into these games, it's obvious that I'm going to be a better player most of the time than somebody who picks up the controller for the first time playing Mortal Kombat. That's just how it works. It's like a person who plays baseball every day of the week versus somebody who's never swung a bat. You know what I mean? There's a big gap in talent and skill. And what sucks is that I always have to fight against them. I want to play Mortal Kombat with my brother, and I want to play Mortal Kombat with my friends. But the problem is that they're not as good as me, and it would take a lot of effort for them to get as good as me. So you would have to go easy on them. And that is not what is fun in video games. Video games are made to have fun, in my opinion. I think that this is a thing that is made to relax someone, to maybe tell a good story, but at the end of the day, to take them out of the real world and give them, you know, something to just relax with. And it sucks that I can't play Mortal Kombat as much with friends and family because I have to go easy on them, and they know that I would be going easy on them, and that really sucks. And that's why I think tag team is super important to fighting games. I should be able to be on the same team, especially when this was a game mode that was in a previous Mortal Kombat game. We've already gotten tag team mode before, and they even added it later into Mortal Kombat 11, but only in like certain towers. It was only like a limited time thing. What really bothers me is that this was a game feature, and then they just removed it. It's so confusing to me on why they would add a game feature and then remove it. I mean, I understand if it took like a ton of coding, and maybe, you know, maybe it took a lot of time for them to add that into Mortal Kombat 9. But I think having the experience on Mortal Kombat 9, that's something that they could have perfected in Mortal Kombat X, and then in Mortal Kombat 11, they could have ironed out every single detail. And then in Mortal Kombat 1, we could have gotten one of the best co-op modes in any fighting game. But it sucks that it was replaced by Cameo fighters. And what really confuses me is that the Cameo fighters are not full characters. I mean, yes, they have a lot of moves, but when you really dive deep into the Cameo fighters, they really don't have nearly as much as a full character. Yes, they have a fatality, but when it comes to the gear, when it comes to the skins, when it comes to the different animations, there's just not as much. And it really sucks because honestly, I would rather play a full roster character Scorpion with a full roster character of Sub-Zero than a full character Scorpion with a Cameo Sub-Zero. That's another thing that bothered me about the Cameo fighters, is that Kung Lao, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero are all on the main roster, and I don't understand. I just don't get it a little bit, and I'm trying not to like rant about it because I do love the Cameo system. I think it's a lot of fun and it is really fresh, but it's weird to me that it's not tag team. Like, why not just add tag team? I want to know your guys' thoughts though on this down below in the comments. Like, am I just going crazy? Like, am I weird for wanting a local co-op instead of fighting against my friends and family? Is it weird to want to play with them on like a tower? Like, I would just want me and my brother chill on the couch. We're in the same room, you know, because I don't want to have to, you know, have two consoles to play this game because it's a fighting game and they figured this out in Mortal Kombat 9. I want me and my brother chilling on the couch, going through a tower, you know, getting to that final boss and then being like, oh dude, I need your help, and then calling him in and he does some hits and then he calls me in and I do a combo, and then they can work with how they kind of incorporated the Cameo system so that way I could maybe help him by doing some buttons on my own to, you know, throw a Scorpion spear out, you know, but not actually tag in, or throw a Sub-Zero, you know, ice ball and freeze the opponent. That's a different aspect of fighting games that I don't think we're seeing enough of. And I want to also stress this on a competitive level. Can you imagine competitive tag team? Like, we've seen ketchup and mustard on Mortal Kombat 9. Imagine that with Mortal Kombat 1 level gameplay. Like, the combos would be insane. Dude, imagine Honeybee playing with Sonic Fox, like on the same team. That would be insane. I'm sorry, but like, I'm just imagining the competitive aspect of this on a 2v2 level, and it just blows my mind. It's just so weird that it's not in the game when it used to be. And like I said, guys, maybe I'm just going crazy. Maybe I'm just going on a rant here a little bit, but I want to know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Do you guys prefer the single player Cameo system in Mortal Kombat 1? Or do you guys think we should have gotten a full tag team, 2 full roster characters, switching between them with 2 health bars? I want to know which one you guys would have preferred down below in the comments. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little topic that I don't see a lot of people talking about online, especially in the Mortal Kombat space. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers. Have fun, be respectful, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.